Stand to my corners and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we get into the campaigns of Howl's, Harrows, and last time, well, we had a bit of a rough time actually. The catapult managed to get half of the mech absolutely destroyed, which is really kind of depressing because the onager is now up and the catapult and the onager were supposed to work, you know, together. That's not going to happen. However, we have a couple of missions we need to take because Finn is out for a little while longer and I need to train up Omega. So we are going to take an assassination mission, 3 of 13 priority salvage, hopefully bundled decently, and 3 skulls for 274,000 Seebles. Hopefully we can make this work. Hopefully Omega won't totally disappoint me and embarrass everybody. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with. We actually spawned fairly close to the target, which is fascinating. We are dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4-ish lances, so about 16 units. That ought to be fun. Paradox, time to get the onager on the move. Now, the onager is designed with a pair of plasma cannons in the right arm and a pair of MML-15s in the left arm. Other way around, actually. But as you can see, he is equipped quite heavily for combat and, you know, firepower. It's a pretty interesting version of the catapult with the gun arm on the one and the missile arm on the other. I very much approve of it. It's very, very cool to me. So I'd like to be able to use it quite efficiently and effectively. So I'm going to start running for, yeah, this side. We're going to have to get up this ramp. It's going to suck, but we're going to do it.
If I were planning an ambush,
Well then, why did you drop me here, Darius, if you were planning an ambush on us? These are the questions that will not be answered. Alright, let's see if we can't get the Thanatos on the way. Hopefully you don't see anybody.
Quick stepping it.
Good, you don't see anybody. Lovely. Oh, no, never mind, you do. It's a gladiator. A gladiator with large and a pair of medium lasers. Nothing too terrible just yet. In fact, I will lay the sensor lock down on top of him. Unfortunately, you're slightly outside of my range because sensors are currently offline right now. I might be able to turn it and engage him and do some interesting shenanigans to him. I do have a lot of area of effect weapons, and his armor is not exactly full. Pardon me. So this gladiator wants to come up, and he does. Hi, Jester. Jester's gonna have fun with you. Now, obviously not gonna be able to get a direct hit onto the target, but I will be able to shoot at him. And yeah, as you can see, the arrow's 81%. Oh yeah, because I have Inferno, so I forgot about that. Never mind, I'm totally gonna be able to get a direct hit on him. We're gonna warlord it up, 86%, 85 damage. Oh, double tap. And there is the damage that we were looking for. So he's lost his large laser already. He's down to a pair of mediums. And the Mackie probably can't get a line of sight. Let's be honest with ourselves. The Mackie was not exactly designed for, you know, direct fire. Yes, I am fully aware of the fact that I have direct fire weapons on this Mackie. So I could just shell you. That might actually be the smartest thing to do, because you have an open torso, and I think you might happen to have a weakness. Indirect, high explosive, everything else is off rock. I was kind of hoping that your entire mech would explode, but I'll take what I can get at the moment. If I can focus just a little bit more fire into him, he's going to explode. And that would be ideal. Omega, welcome to the club. You're actually in one of my most accurate mechs, although part of the reason why the mech is so accurate is because of the pilots, so we're going to have to deal with that. Yeah, 51. It's not terrible, but it ain't great. There you go. Managed to lay down the barrage tag as well. See? If at first you don't succeed, call in heavy artillery. And it worked. So we're already working on him. Incoming missiles on the Thanatos as the point defenses now immediately kick on in. Able to handle pretty much all of that. But that's going to be unfortunate to have to deal with. Showboat probably won't actually have a line of sight or an ability to hit anybody, which is fine. She's not really here for that job. And we're going to set ourselves up to protect each other. What do we got? A striker. Striker's not all that particularly effective nor dangerous. The Gauss will... I'm going to move her back for a little bit so that she can take the pot shot. Oh, managed to hit him, and a little bit more laser is probably going to fall over at this point, which will just make him incredibly vulnerable to follow-up damage. Also, in the next turn, he'll be at the bottom of the initiative order, which is exactly where you want him to be. Pilot injury, of course. 1 of 3. Oh, the pilot's almost dead. A little bit of artillery. Looks like 50 damage, so a thumper. So the artillery actually did manage to nail him. Is that a Hetzer with a thumper cannon? That's what I'm guessing we're currently dealing with. Hopefully not too many more vehicles. I don't want to take much more damage. Mockingbird hasn't gone yet. She rolled a 15 to start this thing. That's rather impressive for her, given that she normally rolls... Actually, does she roll much better? She should roll much better. I believe she's almost a Tactics 10 pilot. I mean, she's Tactics 9 right now. We're moving her towards Tactics 10 very shortly, which will be a lot of fun. There we go. Pick your poison, and we shall. Both targets are selectable. You're dead. You are potentially dead, but you know what? If I run this gun enough times, you'll probably explode, and that will be the plan. So actually, we will warlord it up. We'll ignore you because you're pretty much dead. Wow. Talk about the worst possible accuracy she could have gotten. One shot. It was a 30% chance, you know? I kind of figured she'd hit something, or at least just a couple of double taps. That's all I was looking for. She has disappointed me greatly. And will suffer for it. Now to phase 14, we got more internal combustion moving on in. More incoming fire, but it looks like the point defense has handled all of that. One has been shot down. Was a chariot. So, we can take of that. More artillery. Jeez, they're really starting to counteract my artillery. So we're going to have to do something about that. We're just going to have to hit them with all of the big guns. So who is that? Do we know from where? Oh, there you are. Hi. Is that a Thunderbolt? It's not artillery then, it's just a straight up AC 10? And damage happening all around. I don't know if that was mines or not, but the enemy is currently winning the ground artillery battle. More incoming. I really need to set my point defenses to overload because we are getting shelled a lot. And we want that taken care of. Paradox is up and ready to rock in the Onager. Doesn't have a target at the moment, but I can resolve that pretty gosh darn quick. I'll move in like so. Gets me pretty close to my objective and gives me options on what I want to do. I have Hydras and only Hydras. Thunderbolt is a good shot. You would die, you would potentially die, and you would also die. Oh, the options that I have. Artillery will probably do better, so you know what? I'm going to start lighting you on fire. Enjoy. That heat, just for you. Jester.
Good to go.
Vulture is going to basically strike on him. So, yeah, let's just dunk on the Gladiator. Actually, I'm going to multi-target. That's how confident and cocky I am right now. Do I have anybody else to multi-target? I don't? Really? How far turned did I make you? Okay. I'm going to move like so. There we go. And now I'm going to multi-target. You get one. And, yeah, that's where we want that. So, Bravo is going to be an Inferno. Abel will be a standard, just to blow him apart, and that should work out fine.
I copy.
Dead. Engine destroyed. Ooh, didn't even send a torso. And enjoy a little bit of fire, my friends. So what are we dealing with back here, by the way? Oh, it's an archer. You're not a primary target, are you? No, you're smuggler support forces. Alright, so we haven't actually seen the primary target just yet. Thanatos! You can do some fascinating things for some fascinating people. I kind of just want to shell other people. Like, how good is this T-bolt? I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but sure as heckin' good. I am not intimidated by you. So instead, I shall focus my artillery on other things to do. Alright, so, thumper artillery, high explosive, high nice little group right there. Enjoy.
Affirmative.
Pop. Haven't killed anybody, but we do have that basically under control. A little bit more fire will really end the day for them. I do need to remember to activate my overloaded AMS. Speaking of, Jester does not have one. Death Crusade. Overload. Coach. Overload. Showboat. Overload. Okay, good. Alright, Gaswolf needs to actually start getting in on the action. We're going to have to rush her on up as fast as we can. Need to take a little time to do it. I'd like to light you on fire with more, but I don't have anybody who can do that, so you're just going to have to sort of roll with it for now. Rackhammer, continue your engagement. I mean, he's quite vulnerable. There we go. Now taken care of.
One more for the trash heap.
Good job. We're all incredibly proud of you.
I'm there.
Alright, next turn. See who's going to come sprinting out of the corner from us. The Archer is better than the Thunderbolt, so I don't intend to keep the Thunderbolt growing. A Grimalkin. What is a Grimalkin? I don't know what it is. It appears to be a cougar? Could be. Might be a hero, might be an actual. Okay, Mackie. I have Inferno rounds on this mech now. Oh, I could actually just shell him. I mean, that is entirely an option within my control. But I don't really feel the need to keep him alive. Hi. We're just going to experiment to see how much this fire is actually going to do. I will target here and see what happens. Well, first of all, the fire started and kind of blew up.
much armor left in
Didn't
that
quite spread as much as I was
For you.
kind of hoping, but you know what? That'll work quite nicely. I don't want to actually block the path moving forward in case she rolls poorly. That is always the concern. You don't want to completely lock everybody off. So she'll be in a position to sort of sprint forward, moving in the next turn. Now, probably he's going to run forward. He's going to shoot us, probably light us up on the side. But with any luck, Omega's going to have a little bit of luck. What do you shoot here? Oh, the chances are high. There we go. Wow. Just cored him right out. Now that is what we're talking about. So I'm quite impressed. The Marauder already demonstrating well, not the Marauder, the pilot of the Marauder demonstrating an excellent use of the heavy weapons available to him, which is always the thing you have to say. Because the mech is important, but the pilot is just as important. I mean, I know there are people like, oh, well, save the metal, not the meat. But at the end of the day, it wasn't just Joe Public who was driving, you know, their Marauder / Direwolf / Warhammer throughout all of the battles. It was Natasha Kerensky. So, pilot, also critically important. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Lock on me.
And so, the fact that he was able to make use of the tools at his disposal really kind of demonstrates just how, well, decent he actually is, despite his very low levels. I mean, he's not 7 on anything. Incoming missiles. Point defense seems to have that mostly under control. Yeah, 33 shot down. That's what we're looking for. So the point defense in full swing on this one. We still don't actually see the primary target, which is a little bit weird to me. But he's somewhere in that group, I think. Oh, no, he's the Grimalkin. Oh, okay. FCS tag, which is a pair of ATM-9 pirates and a pair of light PPC CAPs, which basically can fire like machine guns. They're a lot of fun, actually.
It happened.
Confirmed.
Coach in the Thanatos. Coach can actually do a wide array of things if he wants. Oh, that's so tempting. Not really. Not really. Yeah, let's take out the scimitar. Go for a shaped charge. Didn't pop him. I'm a little sad about that.
Critical hit.
It looked like it was a perfect chance to pop, and it just did not end up happening. Slightly forward, looks like we got another scimitar pickup, and we've got a locust. Wow, I have not seen one of these in so long.
Up, boss.
Oh, the locust, man. Really? That's adorable. The Grimalkin. If I were to set up for full-on guided, the chances would be low. Okay, we're not going to set up for full-on guided. I mean, that just doesn't make sense to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multi-target. You're going to get some cook. It's so tempting to just bombard this and back. You're going to get some cook. What are you, just by the way? Oh, you're a bandit. Oh, that means you're a 55-ton... God, what's it called? Dervish. So, Abel, Bravo, I think you're both getting Infernos, actually. Because I don't really care. To do damage right now. Oh, whoops, I didn't spread the damage.
One more for the track.
My mistake. I have more ammo. Should be decent.
No problem. On my way.
This vulture has proven to be just remarkably effective, and I love it. Start running on in for the next target. Whoever may reveal themselves shall be crushed. As we steadily level up Showboat. Some people have said that my forgiveness of Showboat is a little bit premature, which, true. She's still on probation. It was just very, very, how do I put it, exciting? Not quite, but it felt very good to know that she was actually doing a phenomenal job. Enjoy my Hydras, Mr. Vehicle. This is the flexibility that I have, and boom, you're gone. Fire. Fire in the hands of the greatest. It truly is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. I don't know how the new beta is currently handling it with their osmium update. RogueTech, by the way, in case you didn't know, is now 1.8 compatible. So go out and get that beta.
Yes, Commander.
We're waiting a little bit, just finish a couple of things before we move on to it. But I'm very excited to start a brand new campaign. If you want to get in on the vote to see which faction we begin that brand new campaign with, do make sure that you swing on by our Discord. Link down below. Missed by -1%. All good.
Failed to connect.
And there is, in the announcements thread on our Discord, a vote, which is currently between either starting in Merrick, starting in the Pentagon Worlds as a primitive start in clan space, or as the Taurian Concordat, for a decent chance of getting hands on a Talos, as well as also, you know, being somewhat close to the Flashpoint. Couple of BPCs. Yeah, he's firing full machine gun mode, blasting up the Axeman pretty decently, but the Axeman is fine. Alright, Mackie. You want to cook somebody? Do you want to cook somebody from maximum range? We could. Oh, it's a trooper. How adorable. Can't shoot the warrior. I'd love to, but we're not allowed to. That's against the rules, in case you were wondering. The rules are quite strict on this one, actually. Kind of just want to lay it onto the trooper, but the bandit is probably the thing that needs to be controlled the most. Enjoy. Oh, dead on. Hit that target. So now he's in a lot of trouble. And, you know, the center of his own little torch field that everybody has to go through. We're just creating nothing but a field of fire for the enemy to run through.
Commander?
Normally when we talk about fields of fire, we're talking about, you know, the ability to actually hit things with heavy weapons. But, you know, in this particular case, no, our field of fire is a literal field filled full of nothing but fire. I kind of want that archer. There we go. Oh, wow, the amount of accuracy she got off of that one was pretty gosh darn good. Warrior is down. The smuggler force is down to 75%, although we haven't shot the reinforcements at all, which I'm assuming is the mech force. Archer shifting to the side, gonna start shooting at the Thanatos. I really need to start focusing my cooking endeavors, because we do want to start taking on that archer. Also, I do need to kill the Grimalkin, and killing the Grimalkin is going to take a little bit of extra effort. I mean, fairly accurate, but... So the reason why I'm avoiding shooting the Grimalkin has to do mainly with the fact that once you start taking serious damage on one of those mechs, they start to retreat. We would prefer that not to happen until we're ready to absolutely murder face everybody. Alright, Onager, time to get things started on this one. So, hi, buddy. Oh, wow, your accuracy is amazing! Let's see if we can't cook this son of a gun. He's a primary target if I can stop him from moving. And fire, baby! Oh, he's been lit. Completely lit. Let's go head on over. You've been lit on fire, you've been lit on fire, enjoy the spam. Yes, that's how you do it.
Hostile removed.
Took the entire target, just blew his head clean off. So that's all of a Grimalkin. I don't know what it's worth, but hey, that's pretty cool. Trooper shifting on forward, currently using a flea model. Jester, yes. I require a multi-target solution once again. I'm sorry, we've been a little bit, well, overly aggressive. Bravo, do I have a guided solution? Alright, fire. Enjoy the heat. Nowhere you can run will prevent you from being on fire. See if I can hit this. Oh, nice. Now, it would have been better if he had managed to hit closer in. Looks like he hit the arm and then the damage just splashed into the torso, but not bad at all. Walter revealing himself. Probably shouldn't have done that, but hey, I've got a rack hammer. I think they're going to pay more attention to that instead. Yeah, the trooper's dead. We're not even going to give it a chance. You're just not allowed to get anywhere near me. See, our artillery is becoming good, but our direct fire is absurdly powerful. Mainly because of things like that Racketar. Locust trying to maneuver through all the fire. I wonder what it must be like in that Locust cockpit. Lately, in our mounted Mech Warrior 5 run, we've started our Season 2 of that, by the way. In case you haven't heard, we've been driving a whole bunch of Locusts because we have a hardcore rule in place now that forbids us from being able to use more than 70% of our tonnage. So we've been fielding, you know, multiple lights on more and more difficult missions. It's been a lot of fun, actually. And I've been driving a Locust a heck of a lot more than I thought I was ever going to have to. It's been just super thrilling. Now, let's see what we were dealing with. Oh, we've almost cooked him and we haven't even looked at him. Hi, buddy. I could shoot at you. But I don't think I want to. Archer, I could shoot at you as well. Bandit, I could shoot at you. Jenner, I can shoot at you. How about a direct fire? 75%. Oh, you have no idea how much I wish I could. But this Locust, of course, must be fired at first. Enjoy the acid and medium pulse lasers.
I got you.
Pretty rough on him. He may not be a happy camper. Shut up. We're getting you on into the fight. Need to get you there. I would prefer not to reveal myself entirely to the entire universe. Hi, I have triple medium laser. There goes his leg. Oh, and his torso, and his arm. Just, it's all flying off the mech. It's a Locust, so to be fair, they don't exactly have much in the way of being able to hold on to their own. Pilot not having a good time whatsoever, and we love it. 3 of 4 health though, so he's still alive, still feeling quite vigorous, despite the fact that his center torso is pretty much, you know, held together by almost nothing. Bandit coming through the fire, he has a lot of fire capability of his own, so if he wants to, he can like light somebody on, lots of, as he's attempting to right now. but we were able to shoot down a considerable number of those missiles. 16 of 63 shot down. His radical prototype double heatsink kit has kicked in as he's attempting to keep that temperature under control. I don't think the Archer has that, though. The Archer's going to move next, though, and we'll be tied with Omega, actually. Omega, who do you want to kill? Because really, the world is now your oyster. Jenner moving through the fire, not able to accomplish very much, but we were kind of expecting that. Do you have a shot set single? You do. That's a fairly decent shot. Take it.
Target acquired.
Wow, 2 out of 3, not bad. Take that high ground. Next round, you're going to be laying into them from on far. And now we get to see our Archer. I am, fingers crossed, hoping that he decides he's actually going to shoot and fire all of his heavy weapons, because it is an Archer. Archers are not designed for lots of heat. They build it really well, but they don't disperse it very well. Oh, depending on the heatsink kit, you may have just sacrificed most of your heatsink capability. Yeah, one more missile is just going to shut him down. Paradox in the Onager, if you wouldn't mind.
Roger.
Oh, yes, of course. Let us set that up. Yeah, I will Hydra the ever-loving crap out of you.
Firing.
And heat. And the mech is off. Lovely. Now, Showboat with her Axeman. Gonna come running out in here. There is flames on the way, but at the end of the day, who cares? You're an Axeman. Not a laser man. Although the Flashman, if the Flashman ever gets an actual model in this game, I'm going to show, how could you miss? He was on the ground. He's on fire on the ground. How did you miss? Wow. Maybe I have been too kind to you. Maybe you don't deserve it. Your redemption. High. Potential, but gotta take the shot where it's available. Okay, he's unsteady. Head hit, pilot injured. Must have hit him with one of my many medium lasers. The Jenner also cooking a little bit, not having a very good day. How bad is it? Oh, it's pretty bad.
Yes, Commander.
Death Crusade, if you were to lay an artillery shell down on top of one of these people, you would probably kill them in an instant. So, we're going to be a little bit careful about that. Yeah, I'm going to light you on fire. Oh, hit something important. Well, maybe not that important. Let's be honest with ourselves. The artillery splash damage managed to cause a punch of pain for you. And you are just in... Yeah, they are all suffering. Greatly. Could just nail the Jenner. Even with the artillery. Alright, did I kill them both? That's the real question.
Target down.
And now move out of the fire.
I got you.
And we'll get ourselves back under temperature control in the next turn. How bad are you? Oh, you're not having a good day.
Waiting for orders.
Right, Vulture. Here's the plan. Here is the plan. Send them both to Infernos. Alpha Bravo. Enjoy. Yes, more heat. More heat. And you as well. The amount of fire that we were just putting on these people is getting to be a little bit ridiculous now. The entire planet will be lit on fire by the time I'm done here. Omega. Omega, there should actually be, if I'm not mistaken, a Locust, which we have no real intention of keeping intact. If you wouldn't mind removing the Locust from the equation, attempt to do it with but a single large heavy laser shot.
Engage.
Even if you hit his leg, you probably would have just annihilated the entire mech with that shot.
Hostile.
But hey, we are efficient in it. Mockingbird.
Standing by.
Yeah, I will give you basically, what, one opportunity? Yeah, one shot, one opportunity. Sees everything you ever wanted.
Acknowledged.
You did not capture it. You in fact let it slip. So they're not having a good day. You're also out of rockets, I believe. Ooh, no, you apparently not. You have more rockets. That could be a problem. Bandit moving forward. He's gonna be able to get into range. Gonna be able to do all the damages. And he's too on fire to try. And you're just boiling. Howl.
Standing by.
To a certain extent, I think the only way that I'm actually going to take this guy intact is if I, shoot at him with other mechs, but he is 75 tons and I would like to take that alive. Fire! Double down. There goes your rockets. Radical prototype double heatsink kit. Ooh, that would be worth robbing though.
Ready for orders.
Onager. Alright, split fire time. You get one. You get one. Alpha, Bravo, Hydra, Rock.
Roger that.
Scratch
Ooh.
another target.
Didn't quite plan for that one. Yeah, that kind of went out. Not quite the way we had planned. But hey, we cleared the board. So there is always that. Things are mostly under control. Things are rocking and rolling, as one might imagine. So now we just need to, you know, fix everything. Didn't take too much damage on that one, I don't think. A little bit of long range fire. Made 154,000 C-bills, but the real prize is what we stole. And show me the Grimalkin. What is the Grimalkin? It is a 35-ton mech. It is a Cougar, except for everything made the... So a Cougar Omni-Mech would not be the worst thing in the world. What is this? So, minus 10... Yeah, the BB-5X is just terrible. Fire Fist, light PPCs, which are pretty cool. Medium rifles, thumpers. Emergency coolant systems, which are nice. Some Endo Steel, XL engines. Internal combustion engines times 3. Straight up exchanger. How am I doing on exchangers? I have 3. How am I doing on Gyro XLs? I have 2. So we actually are good on those. Standard fusions. Anything special? There kind of isn't. I'm actually okay on Thumper. Stealth X, Standard Fusion. Patchwork is okay, but... I think at the end of the day what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that Grimalkin so I can sell it. It's a 35 tonner, so I'll probably never use it, but it is still, at the end of the day, a Clan Omni-Mech. Thunderbolt F4X. It's terrible. It's the ancient version. So we really were running into a lot of, to be frank, garbage, which we dealt with quite efficiently. We actually got all the parts to make the Grimalkin again. Or at least his weapon systems, the ATM-7 or whatever he's got. That weird thing that the pirates call an ATM launcher. So I wouldn't exactly use it. ATM, of course, being a clan system, advanced tactical missiles, which are very, very dangerous in different range brackets depending on the missile that you use. Extended range, standard, and high explosive. For short range bananas. Short range bananas, indeed. We haven't really used ATMs in this run. However, in our Apollo's Vipers run, our stream campaign that we've been running, ATMs were a central feature for a couple of mechs, actually. One of which we're still using. 35,000 for the next 5 days, so a nice, cheap, and easy repair time. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my catapult more done. Marauder 2 days. The Thanatos took 3 days of damage. And the Rack Hammer is going to be ready in 1 day. So, yeah, we'll be able to keep on rushing things on through. So, we need to wait 2 days in order for our mech pilots to be ready. 1, 2, stop the butt. 1 more day for Omega, 6 days more on Finn, and 1 day for the Thanatos. So, 1 more day, and stop. So that means all of our mechs should be rocking and rolling once on again. They're ready to roll. Check our barracks real quick for a couple of pilots. Howl is able to actually get a level 9. We'll take it. She's been leveling up pretty evenly now, which puts her at 9s across the board. Now she can start specializing with the 10s. Getting those 10s are very important. Like Jester. Jester is a 410. You're waiting until you can tactics level 10 because it's such a good ability. Omega has leveled up, and Omega needs a little bit of gunnery. His first recoil penalty reduction. And then BattleTech. BattleTech is good, and Showboat still has not leveled up. She's an all 8s pilot. So quick check on the store, make sure that we can actually find everything that we actually need. So of course, there it goes. Faction, take me to the faction shop. ER large laser, yeah, somebody's running into something. Some thumper rounds, nothing too special there. Nothing at all special there. Listen, kills are... more acid? Ooh, more tandems. I have 11 tons of tandems. I just don't use them. I really should start using them. Tandems are great. They do damage, pretty much half of your damage goes through the armor, and it's very effective. So, no, not really useful. None of it's all that great, unfortunately. Alrighty. How are we doing on time? Oh yeah, only about a half hour. Command center. Give me another easy peasy mission. Destroy base, escort, Heart of Darkness. 4 of 17 this time, 2.5 skulls. Sure, let's take it for some salvage. Maybe we'll run into something really cool, like another Grimalkin. So give me the Thanatos, the Axeman, the Marauder, and one of our catapults. Not sure who I'm going to have to cycle out if we go both catapults. I really need a bigger burner. Let's see, how did we have this running? Coach was in the Thanatos? Yes. Shobo is in the Axeman, of course. That's her job. Omega was driving the Marauder, and Paradox was in the Onager. Let's rock. Cause as much havoc, pain, and damage as we can. 2.5 skulls, we should be able to bully this one pretty nicely. Dropping our entire, pretty much our entire company is 216,000. Although we have a couple of larger mechs in the works. Well, specifically one larger mech. We're building an Emperor, which I do want to get on the field with his twin thumpers. Part of me, though, always sort of goes back to, maybe I should have put ghost rifles into him. But really, I think it should do fairly decently. I mean, it's just a solid chassis. And the thumpers have been proving to be remarkably effective with the accuracy bonus equipment that we can put onto them. We can lay pinpoint shells under the right circumstance, and that is the key thing. Sort of a swing roll between an autocannon and an artillery, which is quite nice to have on the table. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what we can manage to pull off with it. I have tried double snipers at this point. The Direwolf over in Apollo's Vipers campaign is equipped with twin snipers on the arms. They are not good at direct fire. On occasion, you'll be able to hit a turret. But for the most part, you just area attack all over the place. They do a decent amount of damage. I mean, they spread all over the place. We've seen how the Mackie is effective. I may sometime in the near future replace the Mackie. The thing is, I don't want to, because I'll lose the point defense that the Mackie offers if I do that. So if I want a second sniper, what I need to have is enough space for the sniper, as well as a turret, as well as the AMS. And last time we checked, there's not quite enough room for that. Because the AMS is on the same location as the additional, God, what's it called? It's on the same location as the, having a stroke here, I swear, as the point defense. So the ballistic and the support slot are on the same location, which means that if we fill up that torso entirely, then we lose the ability to put in the AMS. I do want a turret to back up its accuracy, give it a +2. That'll put it on par with the one that is arm mounted because of its innate bonuses to accuracy, but it becomes a little bit rough to try and make out. So unfortunately, you can't put a sniper onto a mech that has lower arm actuators. Otherwise, I would love to put all the sort of accuracy bonus equipment that I put on the thumper onto the sniper. That would be so cool. We also need to start looking into maybe going long tom, because if we're going to focus so heavily on area of effect, it may just be the best decision to try and go for the maximum area of effect. Now that does make it a lot harder to do danger close artillery, but early on, especially if you're just sort of walking towards a fixed objective like a destroy base, you can just shell the ever-living crap out of everything, and they kind of can't do anything about it. In our stream campaign, we actually had a mission recently where it was a recovery mission. So we had to go scout out a base and steal a prototype. And all we ended up doing for the entire mission was we were at maximum range and we shelled the ever-living crap out of the base, destroyed most targets before they had a chance to do anything or even respond. Some of the targets we even blew up without even being able to see it in the fog of war. We just had a general area where we knew the turrets were going to be, and a couple of units were clustered around it. We killed them as well. Artillery is insanely powerful under the right circumstances. So maybe going long tom is a good idea to enhance that, because the long tom's going to do more damage in the scatter realm rather than the direct realm. Because I have commented saying that the long tom's direct damage is just not worth that additional 10 tons, but I'm not entirely sure that's the case actually anymore. I'm starting to walk back on that, considering how little I actually use the sniper for direct fire. So it might be better just to use area of effect all the time. Just shell the ever-living crap out of things. Now the main thing I would lose from the sniper, of course, is the long tom, as far as I've seen, doesn't have an Inferno round. And if it did, I would make the switch, because a long tom sized Inferno patch would just be able to completely wipe out entire columns of vehicles. So I am very interested in seeing if we could do something like that. The question then becomes, what sort of mech do you use for that? Since the long tom is so big, it only fits in a shoulder. So you have your side torsos only, you can't mount it in arms, which makes life just a little bit more difficult than you might otherwise want it to do. So try to figure out what mechs would work with that. We were thinking about going something like the Marauder, because we had the long tom variant of it that comes with a long tom cannon, not a long tom artillery, which is 10 tons lighter, like 10 more damage than the normal one. I may have to start looking into seeing if I can't rob a whole bunch of those, because those might just be decent sniper replacements. All right, let's drop down and cause some havoc. They're going to pay us a lot of salvage for this one, so if we can just beat the ever-living crap out of them, we might be in a solid position. Where do you go? Where be ye?
We've got company.
Apparently we are so close that they, yeah. Well, we've been here before. We know what sort of mission this is. Thanatos up top. Oh, the Thanatos is joined by a couple of friends. A stinger.
What's up, bub?
Oh, that's adorable. Alright, I would like a slight angle to the side.
Copy that. Full speed.
Give me a target on that Zephyr medium tank. Give him the Hydras. I don't care if you hit or not. It's all about that area. You're not quite dead. A little disappointing, huh?
Confirmed.
Thanatos, come right over here. Hi. I'd like to kill all of you. I'm gonna direct fire you. I'm gonna direct fire you. Shut off the pulse lasers. I don't need them. Cause I'm using artillery.
Engaging target.
Pop. Get a penetration on that?
Next time. See what
Not
you did.
quite. Yeah, we're already quite engaged. It's rather hilarious. Starting huge fire just to begin things. That's how we fight, with fire. If you're not bringing fire to the lance, then what is the point? So the Zephyr medium tank already almost out of armor. There goes the Stinger at maximum speed, trying to get out of line of sight, trying to not be seen anymore. Unfortunately for him, he was seen by me. I know where he is. I know where he sleeps. Could lob a couple of arrows onto him. That's actually really tempting. We're going to do that. Still not dead. A little disappointed. Just kind of hoping for it. The Mankey, of course, is going to lay a shell down right here where you went running off to. I know where you are. Don't think you can run from me.
Position confirmed.
And Howl. Probably not going to rely on anybody in this turn. We will catch them in sensors as soon as they turn on.
Keep your eyes peeled, Commander. This looks like an
I
ideal
really hate it
place
when
for
it gives me that warning when he's the one who placed me here. Okay, Vulture about to take a little bit of long-range fire. Interesting. That's concerning. They're on me on all sides, and that's where Sumeri put me. I'm beginning to think we've reached that point again where they're trying to get me killed because I have so much money, and they want to just basically abscond with all the money and disappear to the Canopian Confederation, or the Magistracy of Canopus. Combine the Turian Concordat, the Canopians, into one odd thing. Yeah. They're clearly trying to get me killed again. Right, so we need to activate all our AMSs to overload, and turn on the missiles. And overload, there we go. Omega. Omega's got a fairly decent mech that can just do sniping work. It's pretty solid. I like it a lot. Enemy rocks. What is the enemy gonna do? There's some enemy off over in this direction, even though we can't actually see him just yet. Show boot. Show boot. Yes, boot show. Get that axe ridden.
No shooting.
I really need to start using her mask more for strategic movement. It just doesn't feel proper. Maybe I'm completely wrong in that. But I was always under the impression that mask was a tactical consideration, not a strategic one. Though it is so effective. Okay, more incoming fire onto the Goswell, but we have the point defense to be able to handle it. In case you're firing any kinds of thunderbolts at me. 5 shot down. And we got vehicles moving at high speed. Wow! Just crashing on through the buildings. Doesn't even care. He's got things under his control. Oh yeah, we've got multiple internal combustion engines. One here, one here. More incoming missiles as the point defenses lash on out. How many did you shoot down? 1 of 4 and 1 of 1. So 3 of them got through. Another internal combustion engine. Oh, they're clustering. The start of a new phase? Let's move.
Full speed.
Yeah, start of a new phase. There's the Stinger. It was a warrior with the missiles from on far. We still don't know what these targets are, but they're good enough for us to hit. Kill it.
Everything I've got.
There we go. Died in fire, as he deserved.
One for the scrap.
Okay, to be fair, he was only a Zephyr. So maybe he didn't quite deserve that. How fast are you moving? You can move... Let's go mask on. Let's rip this sucker as fast as we can. Maybe I can even reach him. Mask and a supercharger might be even better. Although we have a Black Knight that we're building that will replace this. And hopefully it'll be even more powerful and more deadly. So how fast can I get on with that? Pretty gosh darn quick, but not quick enough. Position myself so I can actually do something. Fire.
Tell me what to do.
Blap. Not able to connect. But it's really more for, you know, personal effect. You want to feel better about it. Alright, Jester. Lay down some arrow. We're going to lay it down right there. Enjoy the love. I'll even go 1 Inferno.
Here it comes.
Twin shot. Somebody got hurt by that one, which is exactly according to plan. Ooh, you might be blocking,
Ready for
which would be
orders.
less than ideal. Onager shifting on forward. Ooh, side angle. Good side angle,
On
too.
my way, double
What you got? You got the Zeus target, which you can't shoot it with Hydra, and the Hetzer with an AC-20. Oh my. Yeah, let's see if we can't deal with that. Plasma cannons way off in the distance. Nobody know what happened to him. But we did light him on all the fire, and there goes half the homestead as well.
vehicle down.
So, Coach,
What are
up
your
to you.
orders,
On to the Thanatos. I think I'll just run up here and kill you. Let's be frank here, buddy. These all weapons get off. These all weapons come on. And you can enjoy, my friend, my buddy, my pal, a sensor lock as well. To increase my accuracy. Oh, it's the... Ooh, this is the light PPC stinger.
Copy that.
It has cool gear on board. It no longer exists, but it had cool gear.
Enemy
Oh, no, it doesn't. Just
detected.
normal heatsinks. Oh. I thought for a second he had a special heatsink kit. But clearly not. He is in pieces on the ground. It's a 2.5 skull mission. What do I expect? I got a hoplite off in the distance. Never actually had a hoplite. We fought him a lot. But never actually tried to build one. Are there the mini king crabs or something like
Commander.
that? Omega, your Marauder. Sure, run out over there. Let's take a peek what you're looking at. The hoplite. Yeah, shoot him.
Firing a full delver.
Oh yeah, we bombarded him. Whoops. I always forget that bombardment. It's so effective, so useful, and I always forget about it and just fire it off. For no apparent reason.
Orders.
The Mackie. The Mackie, do you want to go fly swatter? Or do you not have the ability to? You don't really have the ability to. Okay. Pace yourself right there. Oh, your sensors have detected more. Show me. Oh, it's our friends. A Pegasus and a Galleon. Right. Enjoy.
Target confirmed.
More fire. Unfortunately, I can't make like Fire Mark II extra impressive fire. But I can just sort of fire as much as I've got into them. 33%, that's good enough. When you're firing 12 times, you may as well. Here we go, and let it rip. See, look at all them hits. Just burrowing through his armor. He's going to be in a lot of trouble in the next couple of rounds if I keep that up. I don't know if our guns have jammed or not, but clearly, yeah, this hoplite is starting to get chewed into pretty decently. About a third of the center torso armor is gone already, half of the legs. Okay, Pegasus having to maneuver through fire, trying to get in here as fast as it can. It's just going to get hit by more artillery. That's just the way it's going to work. Oh, a sentry. I didn't realize there was a battle mech in the group. I was really only paying attention to the galon. Boar's Head Atlas. Oh, baby. Your primary target. I'm going to steal you. Boar's Head Atlas is an Atlas equipped with a Fusion Core XL, which is, you know, cool. I think it's a bit of a waste, though. If you're going to build an Atlas, which is a 100-ton assault mech, you don't want to then put an XL engine onto it that can, the moment that one of the side torsos is breached, the entire mech goes into massive self-detonation. It's kind of a bit of a, not a positive way to go about. I do have enough long-range firepower to be able to cook him from distance. I may actually try to do that.
How's it going?
Alright, Paradox, in the Onager. Do you have a possible line of sight against the Atlas? That is my only desire and goal. You really kind of don't. That's okay. I can handle that. Oh, I don't have a line of sight because I'm not close enough. I have to move in here. That's okay. Again, it's not about hitting you. It's about getting close and laughing about it. Hello, Hydras. Coming your way.
Target damage.
So, starting to get on fire. Jester will now turn. Do you have the shot? You do not. You need to turn slightly for it. Okay, we can maneuver here. Get a little bit of self-protection. Not the warrior, but in fact the boar's head. We're going to go Infernos on doubles. And I will in fact warlord it. 1 for temperature control, but 2 for, you know, greater,
Firing
I guess,
full
accuracy.
complement on the
It's not really needed. The heat will be applied. He doesn't have a choice on that one. So, if I just keep it up, eventually he'll shut down and I won't be able to see him. Probably. Well, I'll just keep throwing artillery towards him, won't I? As long as he doesn't move, I can easily just keep on burning him. Lots of actions happening on over here. So it looks like somebody is really struggling with heat. Alright, Death Crusade. Do you have a direct line of sight on the boar's head? You do. Oh wow, it's actually pretty decent too. I'm going to sensor lock you, see if I can improve my odds any. Because if I can just fire directly, that would be ideal. It allows me to, you know, utilize more heavy weapons. 60. Roll it. Got him. Nice. Oh, he's a cooker. And he's unsteady now. He's so close to a shutdown. So close to a shutdown. I need more heat. I need more heat. Couch. Thanatos does not have the ability to join in this love fest, unfortunately. I do not have thumper rounds which are capable of nailing these targets. 32, 38, 51. Wait, was that thumper artillery? No, I have thumper artillery. Let us not be foolish. Actually, that accuracy shot is really good. But no, we're going to attack ground. Because we need to get close. Oh, am I not looking in the right direction? No, I am. Sentry. It's a galleon.
I got you.
Good solid strikes. Keep moving forward.
Serious armor loss.
That's good to hear. When they give the serious armor loss or an armor loss audio cue, it means that they are causing the armor loss damage when utilizing artillery. No, come back. Stay here. With me. Now I don't know where you are. Quickly, look at him. He's right here in the corner. Right there in the spotlight. Losing his religion. Alright, I really need to stop that. Take a look. All three. Do you have the boar's head? He's not shut down yet, but he's getting close. Missed by 3 and 21. That's really disappointing.
Failed to connect.
Alright, enemy force. What do you got? Public's going to stand on the edge and open fire on the onager, which is a perfectly legitimate and reasonable thing to do. The onager is incredibly dangerous, and you really do kind of want to be removing him from the equation as fast as you possibly can. By the way...
Copy that.
Oh, that was brutal.
Solid connection on that one.
Oh, he took out his leg. Nice job. Would have been funny if he rolled down the hill. Taking a whole bunch of falling damage on that one, but no. What do you got? Where are you going? Who are you coming against? Warrior shifting alongside. See if he can't support the boar's head. Give him a little bit of moral support. That might be the biggest mistake he'll ever make. Because if he does that, he might be close enough for me to cause some serious damage. Damage? Yes, damage. Keep your masker rolling.
Affirmative.
Hi. Hi. Oh, you're so vulnerable. I only have a 15% chance of hitting you because the spike helmet gives me a -1 to guts to gunnery, and I'm already a bad gunner. But she doesn't need to know how to shoot things. She just needs to know how to hit them. A little bit of incoming long-range missile fire. 8 of 10 shut down by her AMS. Now that is what we are talking about, folks. Hi. Target his leg. Roll the gun. I hope that was a leg kill right there.
I need a new target.
Yes, you do. Your target has been annihilated. I'm quite proud of you.
Rolling.
So the Death Goon Squad. We've already eliminated one of the lances, which is good. We got the reinforcements on the way, but I think the Axemen might actually be able to handle them all. That'd be pretty funny, actually. What do you got? You are the sentry. You're like a 25-ton mech. They're all super lights because most of the points in this mission went for that boar's head, which was a total mistake because if you focus all of your firepower into one unit, I will annihilate you. Large pulse laser. Variable speed pulse laser, or perhaps a pirate one? In any event, he fired a lot of times, and I'm not okay with that. Okay, what is the enemy got? What is their response to my... shooting the onager is a good idea. Sounds like you missed every single shot, though.
Reporting minimal damage.
Yeah, this is some form of mortar. Yeah, it's a light mortar carrier. Paradox. Do you have a line of sight on him? No, I must turn. I must turn to face him. I must face him alone. Alright, give me a line of sight. Or actually, I don't even need a line of sight. Just give me a Hydra barrage. It's time to light it up, buddy. Please don't disappear. Good, we've got him.
Orders.
Alright, Thanatos. See if we can't do a little bit of reconstructive surgery. Oh, they've got another dervish. They've always got that bloody dervish. So, 20%, 75 damage.
I got you.
Not quite what I was looking for.
Ready for orders.
Jester. Looking for heads. I need more than that, so I will have to be twin guided.
Firing all weapons.
Got him. Took out his head. Boar's head is down. So now we can focus on everything else. The mission has been accomplished already. They may even end... Well, no, they probably won't end early. We still have a whole bunch of things still on the list. Stay back. You don't actually need to be seen by anybody. As is your job. Howl. Do you just have a shot? 74, 15. Yeah, take the 74. Ooh, weakened but not dead. I do not approve.
Confirmed.
Push everybody to the side. Death Crusade in your Mackie. More love. Love and artillery fire. In a crazy world. You don't have to... Actually, no. Let us not forget that little jerk down here.
Taking the shot.
There's a light mortar carrier that I don't want to have to deal with because he's annoying. Alrighty, showboat.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Yeah, you're done with the mask, thank you. But we're just gonna move your normal speed to chop this guy. Hit him with the axe, as is our custom. And she'll start chaining that through the rest of the force, I anticipate. That's the hope, anyway. So we want her to be able to, you know, break everybody. Hiya, buddy. 99.1, you don't say. Surprise. Gone. 420 damage just standing. Seems to be a lot of damage.
Waiting for orders.
Rackhammer, you have a shot, which is lovely. It's also a fairly lovely shot. Sentry with multiple ballistics. Well, I already have my prize. It's the Boar's Head Atlas. So you can explode. Yeah, he did have a variable speed large pulse laser. Okay. Variable speed large pulse laser in this version of the game allows you to dial in the fewer number of shots, the more damage it does, the more accurate it is, but the more number of shots, the less damage each individual shot does and the less accurate it gets, but overall your damage increases. So how do you want to do it becomes a really good question. Also, it varies in heat for the number of shots. Not quite sure like what's the scale on it, but it is a difference. Do you just see him? Tempting, but no. Kill the sentry.
Taking the shot.
Pop. Oh wow, he lost a torso and didn't explode. I was expecting him to be very old school with an XL engine. By old school, I of course mean Starlink style XL engine. Didn't end up happening quite that way though. So, the sentry not having a very good day. Basically in pieces at this point. Every air medium lasers. Got a bandit down there. Ooh, sentry on the run. Sure. That's a pretty good idea, buddy. Run away as fast as you can. Because there's an Axeman on the way. 65 tons of choppy fun. Eventually to be replaced by dual choppy fun in the form of our 75-ton Black Knight. Looking forward to it, but it is taking a long time because there's a lot of build phases to go through with that one. Could chop a Stinger, could chop a Galleon. Galleon's 2 mediums and a pulse. Stinger is light PPC or just paramedium lasers or something. Warrior trying to get back involved in the combat, unable to connect with the Axeman. The range is long and he runs quite quickly. Also, we shot down 6 of his 10 missiles, so only 4 actually got to us. So we're feeling a little bit cocky about that. Who is next? Who do you got? Put him up, buddy. What you got next? My Axeman is coming to, well, chop you to pieces. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a party. Do you want to have a party? A real good time. You tell him the Reformation Army's on the way. We did hit him in the middle of the, There goes mortars, which I assume he's using fast cam. Kind of hoping he blows himself up. He did not, unfortunately. Also a Centurion here. Pair of medium clan heavy lasers and... Ooh, that is a risky Centurion. And a Dervish, of course, the Dervish P. Always with the Dervish P. Not able to connect with us at all. An inferior model. Incapable of actually causing any real damage. Paradox in your Onager. Pick your next target. Stinger, Galleon, Sentry, no. Do I see that light carrier? I do not. Or maybe I do and I just don't have the range. Let's find out.
Let's see what this baby can do.
I see you.
Got the angle. Taking the shot.
There we go. No fire.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Well, yes, lots of fire, but no mortars. What do you see? Give a good shot on some of those. Your green's on the warrior, and that doesn't matter to us at all. Alright, 80% on the galleon, shape charge, direct.
Here we go.
Ow. Missed and hit myself because of the way that missing works with ballistic artillery weapons for some reason.
I'm there.
It works differently for missile artillery weapons, which means the Jester can fire at whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and he may actually hit something, and it could be lots of fun. So I'm going to remove that warrior, just in case, well, just to make sure that it doesn't run anywhere. And then I'm going to kill... Who's your backup? Got this guy, and then... That's exactly who I wanted, actually. A, B, let it rock.
Acknowledged.
So I think a warrior, shot down by artillery, might have been a bit overkill, if we're completely honest with ourselves. And we missed by 10%, which was almost as much as we could have missed by. Kinda sucks. When you really want to absolutely positively annihilate everything, and the game just is not cooperating. But our artillery faction is becoming quite good. Who is next? Okay, we got the galleon zipping on away as fast as it can. Gonna fire its weapons towards the Axeman. Did actually mention this with one of the pulses, but it's not all that serious at the moment. I'm gonna clean you up, Showboat.
Waiting for orders.
And just make sure he never gets a chance to do anything about it. In fact, let's make sure this works. Berserker. And we'll get to your side. Berserker, 95% accuracy. With, how much damage would you like to deal?
This is gonna be good.
Oh, that's gorgeous. So gorgeous.
Gotcha.
Is he dead? He's not dead, or is he? I can't tell. Howl, let's go find out if he's dead. I think he's dead. I think he's dead and in fire, so having a bit of a rough time. Both shots are pretty terrible. Hit one, nice.
Yes, Commander.
Death Crusade, of course, with a little bit of artillery, and one of those things is currently incredibly weak and vulnerable. So, high explosives.
Got it.
Just not quite dead. Did blow up his light pharaoh though. Mockingbird. Mockingbird generally kills whatever she looks at. That's just how this works. 52s, yeah, you're dead, son. You thought you could run away. Just not allowed to. Firing those guns in sync, just letting it ride. Handling all of that recoil through the weapon mounts and her innate skills. Castle will take a little counterfire, but at the end of the day, I have brought more than enough anti-missile defense in order to handle anything they've got.
Yes, Commander.
And the Marauder. Halfway decent chance of killing you.
Have some of this.
Target destroyed.
Good job.
One more.
Apparently we finished with the outboard. Congratulations. She's been finishing these missions extra early for some reason. I don't quite understand it, but I'm not going to question it on this one. Because I did just kind of want to get through it. And it is a lot of fun. Let's see what you got. Because I think we have you. So we managed to capture pretty much all that boar's head. And I intend to grab it. Especially if they bundled it at all. Well done, matey. Thank you. Alright, pretty minimal damage on the entire lance, which was kind of to be expected. 2.5 skull mission, we dropped like the entire company on it. 4 parts. Anything really good that would make me not... And no TSM. Okay, that's really good. Gyro XL. Mortars. So I'm good on Gyro XL, so I still have 2. I do, however, find that Endo TSM to be rather fetching. Thank you for the improved capability. So I will then grab all of the boar's head parts and see if I'll get lucky. Need to be lucky with 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We did not get it. They give us a Sentry instead. The jerks. We also got a 60 irradiated fusion core. We did get the XL and the internal combustion engines and the standard fusion engines in case you wanted to just combine all of that stuff. But I'm going to be honest, I would have preferred to have the boar's head. I'd like to have then built the boar's head and then taken all the stuff off of it and then sold it. But as it is, I'll just sell the parts. Same thing. Gives you the same amount of cash in the end. Also, the Boar's Head Atlas, I really just don't need it. It's not really something. I have an Atlas currently sitting in my cargo hold right now, and a King Crab that I just don't know what to do with. I need more equipment, more weaponry, more heavy firepower. But first I need to, like, settle the rest of my company. Ooh, Comstar stealing from Barack. 819 for a single day of repair. So doing pretty good on that one. That'll give us some decent repair time. The Axeman took a little bit of damage. Lovely. Take me to the store. Where all the cool things are. And we need to know that we also have a whole bunch of stuff that we still need to sell for more cash. It's going to be great. Show me the... Yeah, that's all junk. 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 Sometimes the store is amazing. Sometimes the store is terrible. It really all depends on what your people run into. Enhanced imaging cockpit is really good. I don't have one of those. Give it to me. Yes, I know. I just spent 800,000 Seabills on it. And you know why I spent 800,000 Seabills on an enhanced imaging cockpit? Because it gives you a plus gunnery and piloting plus 2. But first, I'm going to sell that for 85,000. Then I'm going to take this boar's head. I'm going to sell that for 1,000,000 Seabills, and I've made my money back. Archer, sell that. The Cougar, we will ready it up because you get the free stuff for it. I like Cougars. Cougars are really cool. I mean, just look at how badass that looks for a scout mech. Like I said, I'm really partial to Cougars. I think these are an amazing looking design. Unfortunately, however, I am not going to be utilizing them because, yeah, first of all, none of it survived. Oh, it doesn't even have a built-in fusion core anymore. The ATM-9Ps actually managed to survive, which is pretty impressive, all things considered. Clan XL survived, the Patchwork material survived. Yeah, I could build this into something, I just wouldn't want to. Because it's too light to survive in the sort of battles that I get involved with. So it would need something like the hardened ferrofibers just to keep it alive. Or the ferro laminar. That's 20% damage reduction is pretty gosh darn amazing. It is very expensive though. But hardened ferro. Nope, nope, I can't do it because I need a core in there. Core. I have 260. How fast does that make this thing go? 14 for 8. Dear God. That is speed. 105 core? 7 for 4. That's just too small. I don't have the 175 ready fusion core to make it work. But if we were to do the hardened ferro, I mean, it would be tough. It would be hard to kill. 3 tons worth of stuff. Yeah, it's... First of all, you wouldn't do it. It's too slow. I mean, it's cute that we saved it, and I like Cougars. They're very awesome mechs, and had we gotten this much earlier into the game, I probably would have built it into something really cool. But as it is, thank you for playing. Wow, you scrapped for almost nothing. Alrighty. We do need to give them a couple of days to fish things up. By the way, am I still working on... Good, Argo upgrade. 2, stop. Argo Lounge, throw party. Woo, high spirits for Finn. Finn is great. He's back into the company. Finally managed to heal himself. So we need to do a quick check on the barracks. We only got 2 mechs currently being built in. That means we're not being efficient with our repairs. This is not acceptable.
Commander?
So close. Just another 1,000 experience. I gotta take an actual, you know, real mission. Also, Omega leveling up. Lovely. Indirect fire penalty. Doesn't really need it. Overheat penalty. Maximum evasion. Sure, we'll take it. Oh, he's got more. Wait a second. What? Why does Omega have so much? Oh, he doesn't. He has enough for 1 more. So, max sprint. Reduce hesitation. Oh, he's already got that. Plus 3 initiative. Minus 3 indirect fire penalty. Give him the... Because he's getting up to the overheat percentage for another 5% off of it, which is very useful.
How's it going?
And you'll take your 9.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Parallax just sort of steadily going on. Alrighty. So, check out the mech bay. Am I working on anything? Catapult. Oh yeah, the catapult needs a total rebuild. Oh, you poor little thing. Oh, that was so much inferno and dead fire and everything. The engine was still intact. Amazingly. Alrighty. By the way, you're an Omnimech, aren't you? So does that mean... where is it? Above Risk bolt can't be used with Omni. Okay. So it's just not allowed to be done because it's a risk catapult. Alright, so weapon. Unfortunately, I do not have a pair of MML-10s, so I have to put on the MML-20, which is significantly less good than the MML-10 because of the heat that it generates. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 6 tons of ammo that we lost out of this one. SRM. How much of that was Inferno? 2 tons of Inferno. 1, 2. And then Deadfire, Listen, Kill. It's a double ton of... It's just junk. We're never going to use it. What I would like to do, though, is I would like to take a moment to outfit this mech with a little less ammunition for certain tasks, and instead give it some protection, because that... Ooh, I don't have the protection. That's not good. Did I not have a case? Did I have a case? How did this not blow up the entire mech? You have a built-in case. We must have just gotten really lucky they blew off the side torso without setting off all the ammo. That's terrifying. Alright, so your LRM ammo, we're going to change it to... Could throw in 2.5 tons of Hydra. Because you're spitting out 40 missiles at a time. But what I wanted to try and do was more swarm. Just give it a long-range punch capability, but the Hydra might actually be the better idea. Give some of that. That'll give you 1 ton of Hydra. SRM. Give it another ton of Inferno, because that's honestly the main type of missile that we use. Another ton of Acid. And then the tandems we almost never used. The Listen Kill is interesting and very useful for, you know, just general straight up damage. Do I have any? I think I'm out of Listen Kill. That really kind of sucks, because Listen Kill was very, very useful at getting just some ammunition down. I'll throw the double ton then. And with the last little bit that I have, I'll go over to the structure. And we'll take our bog standard case, just to make sure it doesn't detonate the entire mech, because that is quite dangerous. Now this is much hotter than the MML-10s. Just quick check, how's my heat? 60 for 77. Yeah, that's not good. Do I have a better warfare suite? Do I have a clan warfare suite? No, I have a heavier one. A Mark II. Yeah, that's not gonna work, unfortunately. This mech can be improved, I'm sure. Actually, no. The MML-10s are pretty gosh darn amazing. There's no getting around that. They are phenomenal. Dreadnought Gyro is amazing. Clan XL 250 core is fast enough. The integrated laser AMS works, but it's not amazing. Artemis 2 for direct fire. Do I have an Artemis 3 yet? I do. I can improve that then. That'll give me not only the +1 for direct fire missile accuracy, but also +1 evasion ignore, which should help out a little bit more. Sensors, risk sensors are actually really good. Like if we take a look at them, the risk sensor provides a bonus of 4, which is gigantic and really good. By the way, that enhanced imaging cockpit, which I'm not putting in this mech, but is absolutely amazing, as you can see here. Look at all that goodness. Yeah, gotta use it, but it's great. Also, it's a client version, which means it's no weight at all. Just takes up a slot. Cockpit risk and sensor risk. Cockpit risk gives me 1 guts 2 tactics, which allows you to move faster, which is very useful. Also, it gives you an armored cowl. And a low level... Wow, no wonder this thing just knifes through enemy jamming. This risk uphold is just ungodly good. It's phenomenal. There's no getting around it. We'll repair that ear, we'll get it back and ready to rock, and it'll be all repaired. But that's going to do it for today's episode, folks. I have been Tyrank. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every single time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. It's great for the algorithm. What do you think about bringing the Catapult Mark III back into service? I know some of you thought it should be retired, but dear God, all of that built-in risk gear is so good. Also, make sure you catch our streams on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, we play Apollo's Vipers, another RogueTech campaign set in the middle of Clan Space. And on Fridays, we play a modded hardcore mode playthrough of MechWarrior 5 with friends, including things such as Dead is Dead. If a mech is completely destroyed, well, you have to sell it immediately. You can't just rebuild your favorite mech. And also, we're only allowed to use 70% of the maximum tonnage of the Lance, which is pretty rough, plus all of the mods. And I will see you all in the next episode.